You can say as much as you like that Saudi Arabia is destroying the market and forming a tent even worse than media football. But for the players, moving to another Al Naftiyanic is a conscious choice. Could Ruben Neves, at the age of 26, strengthen the Liverpool centre, from which Todd Boehly has already beaten off 2 central midfielders? Probably, yes. But he honestly replied that money was more important, and moved to Al Hilal. The fans of the Premier League are sorry, but they will forget the former Wolverhampton player in 6 months. Like Edouard Mendy. Or Alan Saint-Maximin. But will we forget Neymar? In the 2000s and 2010s, football existed under 2 kings, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The first one added World Cup gold with Argentina to the wild number of goals, assists and titles and closed absolutely all gestalts. After this, you can finally get burned in the USA. Everyone will say, yes, this is a cool pension for a cool guy. Also at the David Beckham Club. Ronaldo has turned into Bogdan Titomir in recent years, but before that he hammered in machine mode for at least 15 years, becoming the idol of millions of people around the world. Took trophies, scored iconic goals. And who was there besides them? Xavi. Andres Iniesta. Luka Modric. The eternally young Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Karim Benzema. Is it possible to say about any of them that they did not realize their talent? Or have they not become legends? Let's just grieve a little about the Champions League for Zlatan and Benzema's international career. And everything. The most interesting thing is that Neymar's potential was much more powerful than those of the above people. Everyone expected him to be the first after Messi and Ronaldo, at least. But it all ended with Saudi Arabia at 31. Whims, injuries, tears. It rarely happens when a young conqueror of YouTube, Neymar's cuts of feints in Santos collected millions of views, grows into a cool adult football player. Neymar had everything for progress: phenomenal technique, plasticity, unconventional thinking, speed. At the time when individual football died, this man was among the chosen ones. About whom they say, he and 10 other football players. But if the same Messi was surrounded by adequate people, it is enough to recall the story of growth hormone deficiency, when Lionel's parents, Barcelona and doctors came to the rescue, then the Brazilian immediately fell into a fetid and greedy pit. Neymar is the eldest, who chose the European path for his son through the amount of commission. Nadine's mother, who took on the role of an image maker. Agent Pini Zahavi. Numerous friends, or rather, members of his camp, who were even paid a salary. 10,000 for being a friend, harsh Brazilian laws. The whole gang stuck to the great talent, and a naive child with magical legs even at 30 remained an ordinary puppet of his environment. Neymar really was a unique footballer. So unique that many forgave him posturing, glamour, excessive propensity for drama, tears after a goal against Costa Rica at the 2018 World Cup. Tell me how you cried over Hachiko. Neymar retained Joga Bonito even in the conditions of modern football. Moreover, he combined the beauty of actions with efficiency. He annoyed many, but even the fiercest haters secretly admired Neymar. Therefore, when the guy landed in Barcelona, everything went as it should. Participating in one of the best attack triples in history, MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar. 40 points according to the goal pass system in the example for the season. Winning the Champions League. The Confederations Cup in 2013, the 2014 World Cup and the knee of Juan Zuniga. After that injury, it seemed that in 4 years Neymar would return the best and most evil version of himself to drag his native Brazil to the title. It all ended in 2017. Envy, growing egocentrism, love of money, and not always Neymar himself, led to the legendary exit from the shadow of Messi. And Neymar did not go somewhere to England, where the kings of football are loved, but there is always a fierce demand from them. And in a cozy French sandbox, to fight with the greatest Amiens and Dijon. Even this, by the way, turned out with varying success. Neymar was eaten by problems with his right ankle. Due to injuries, he missed 741 days in 6 years. That is, he was treated, or recovered, 33.8% of the time. Moreover, the damage did not make Neymar stronger. Tackles and fouls of opponents became part of his infantile universe, where the golden boy of Brazilian football suffered from the cruelty of this world. I wound kilometers in rolls on the lawn. Well, take away these evil defenders. Well, take away this Cavani, this Mbappe, who are not allowed to be the very first, the most important. Why is Belgium beating us in the quarterfinals of the tournament of my life? Under Thomas Tuchel, Neymar matured slightly. At the age of 28, he remembered that football is a team game. But 4 years is too small a distance on the way to greatness. Especially when the trophies are slipping away. The LCH selected Bayern Flick. At the 2022 World Cup, the most powerful Brazil since the early 2000s was broken by the Croats. Plus, Neymar was not released by injuries. Although the unique abilities have not gone anywhere, in a healthy state, the guy still worked magic on the field. It's hard to defend Neymar for the things he does besides football. I talked to him and reminded him of his capabilities. Neymar was unlucky that Brazil did not win the 2018 World Cup, and he was blamed for it. We met him twice in Europe. I told him, the god of football has rewarded you with talent. Your behavior complicates everything, are the words of the late Pelé. The same Pelé, for whom the whole world prayed, although many did not even see his game, because they were born much later. Will Neymar respond this way in human hearts? What's next? The guy was just tired. From the unbearable weight of a huge talent. But it can always be balanced by the weight of a bank account. Al Hilal, generous guys, a private plane, legal cohabitation with a girl. In Saudi Arabia you have to get married to live together, but not him. Hundreds of thousands of euros for each post on social networks about Saudi Arabia, 150 to 160 million salary per year. Who would refuse such a thing in their right mind? Neymar really tried to become great, as far as his reserve of will and character allowed, initially minimal. Now everything will sink into the past like a terrible dream. There will be a cheerful Mokum next to him, rubbing his fingers already before the eyes of some sheik. There will be relatives and friends on the payroll nearby. And European football will remain too complicated and unnecessary fuss.